Well, here I am, Dave the Rave, roving the rock. It's 10 past 10 in the evening. I started work at 7 in the morning and I've just finished. I'm not complaining, that's the job I took. But it was a 15-hour shift today because we had the ferry on alert all day for fog, and in the end MV Caledonian Isles cancelled the last sailing. Happily we had MV Alfred, an extra boat, on at 6:30, and that took almost everybody, but it left about 60 people behind. And because Arran's so popular and so busy, there really wasn't any accommodation that they could book into, and it was a bit of a problem. So this is the lovely calm end to what's been a very difficult day. And first of all, the reason I'm standing here is just because it's so peaceful. And there's the fog you can see on the right hand side anyway. I'll maybe just zoom in a little bit. Beautifully still lights, and isn't this gorgeous? But there's the fog at Brodick, alright? You can see it on the right. And there's no sign of Goat Fell or the mountains at all. It's just showing the lights of Brodick, and there's nothing above that at all, okay? And that's really been the kind of pea super that we've had all day. So in a way it was good there was only one sailing cancelled, and it was on alert all day to warn people about that. Problem is, no accommodation. So I put posts out. We were contacted as many people as we could in halls and hotels and things. And in the end, the best thing that we did was we put out an appeal on Facebook, and a number of locals opened up their houses to people to stay the night. And just amazing that they did that, and we managed to get transport buses and police helping and things, and the police were magnificent. There was a bit of anger at the beginning, and that was really handy to have them, and then they helped so much with just helping finding accommodation as well. But the best thing was Facebook, and the Kilmory Bunkhouse have got in the hall, they took 18. But in the end we didn't manage to find a place for everybody, but we did for the majority. So to just summarise where we're at here, I'm at Brodick, and I'm actually standing at the pier in this tranquility. I'll just pan round here. There's Brodick Terminal, all lit up very brightly, because the top floor there with the lights has got people sleeping in it for the night. And we've got Christian, our pier hand, who's volunteered to spend the night, brought his sleeping bag in, and also there's a police person staying there, staying overnight and helping out, and a number of passengers which are being housed in the top floor of the terminal overnight, as many as needs a place to stay that didn't manage to find anywhere or didn't have an offer. So that's what happened at the end of the day. But it was just wonderful, the response, when I posted on Facebook. What a wonderful forum. Great to have such a community that helps so much as that. If I come round here, we're talking about the fog. Here's the pier. Can you see that? It's spooky, isn't it? I think that was a heron there, was it? Hear that? Hear that? Oh. Wonderful. Coming from this side now. I'm just being silent just to take in this bird sound. You can hear sheep in the background as well. I don't know if you can hear them. That's lovely. Even at this time of night, they're calling like mad, these little birds. Isn't that great? So yeah, this is the lovely peaceful spot at the end of the shift, and when I work at the desk, I don't even have a window really, so I don't get to see this. But it's lovely. Look how calm that is. That's like perfect, isn't it? Little flashing lights. Can't even see where the sea stops and the land begins. Come back round to Brodick. Amazing, perfect reflections in the water. So, yeah, just really great how people pulled together and helped each other out tonight. And I'm glad to finish my shift in the end. Difficult one, but they're not all like that. Very grateful for MV Alfred, because if we hadn't had MV Alfred, which we only got a couple of days ago, and they managed to get in, by the way, so that's another thing, we would have been maybe 300 people, or I don't know, a lot more people stuck. In the end it was a much smaller number because we had the second ferry, so that was lucky. Anyway, just thought I'd show you what this is like. Brodick Pier, now 10:15. A perfect calm, an oasis of calm, that's what I'm going to call it. With these little flashy lights, I just love them. They're relaxing in themselves. There we go. Of course they're flashing there because that's where the old pier used to be. So there's still a little bit of rubble and things under the water. It's not quite been smoothed off, I believe. So that's what these are demarking there. Just gorgeous. Oh, and now Brodick's disappearing because the fog's coming down on top of the village. Just left with a few of the lights now getting misted out. The camera is focused, by the way. It looks like it's gone blurry, but that's because of the fog. Anyway, I'll come back round here. One last look. And this is the other oasis of calm, of course, because at least these people had somewhere to go and everywhere else found somewhere to go, so nobody's outside, and that's the main thing. Okay, good night everybody.